Good morning, you're finding me on a bus today. I'm actually going to Cardiff. I'm going to spend a lovely day with my mummy. The weather's not too bad, but can you believe it? I've brought my camera, my normal camera, and I went to put it on and it wasn't working. And I thought, oh no, I've left the battery at home. And I left the battery at home, so I'm on my GoPro today and my handy cam. Here we are at Ponty.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've just been looking at the board. We've got about a quarter of an hour till the next train actually, so a bit of a wait. Here's the train now actually. I just went and used the facilities and by the time I came out the train was just pulling up, so why don't we get on it and get nice and warm. It's a little bit chilly. It's probably alright if you're walking, you know, but if you're standing still it gets a bit chilly. Yay! Look, we got the whole carriage to ourselves. Lovely. Just how I like it. We'll be sat on here for about 10 minutes, I'd have thought, before it's time to leave. I had a pleasant time on the bus. The journey just absolutely flew by. I was doing language learning all the way here on my Duolingo app, and I love doing that. I was really sort of calm and relaxed about it. I didn't get car sick at all, which is marvellous. I'm going to carry on with my language learning now. It's nice and quiet on here, look, hardly anybody on it. We had a chat on the phone. We decided we're going to eat before we meet up rather than have lunch there. So when I get off the train, I am going to pick up a sandwich or something from a shop on the walking route. Sunny day for it anyway. Oh, I can't even see. I'm being blinded. There goes the train. Bye-bye train. Aha. So I popped into a co-op because I'm going to grab a sandwich because that's the most easy thing to eat and walk. So prawn, quite fancy prawn, £3. Oh, £2 for egg and cress. Do you know what? I think I've gone off egg after my experience the other day. I don't know if it was egg that did it, but cheddar cheese and onion. Do you know, I'm going to risk the onion. Go in for it, £2. I can't wait, I'm hungry, I'm diving straight in. I've rocked up to my mum's place, bathed in sweat from all the walking, and she's made me a lovely cup of tea. I fished around in my bag and got some Belvitas out, but they're crushed to smithereens because I've been carrying them around for quite a while, but I'm going to pick through them and eat them anyway. We've made it onto the bus and we're on our way to St Fagans. Oh, coming to the village of St Fagans now. The buildings are lovely here actually. There's the back entrance to St Fagans, so we could have got off there and gone in there actually if we'd have wanted to, but we're going to go in the main entrance today, because why not? Just coming in through the entrance now. Oh, you get school groups, don't you, in term time? I forgot about that. Thank you. Okay, bye now. Cute little post box right by the bus stop. St Fagans, and this is the main entrance here. Yeah, it's all changed. You won't recognise it, mum. Gift shop by there. Oh. We're having a cuteness overload. Oh. Yeah, they don't look like they're related, do they? Perhaps they're just chancing it. Yes, coming to see us. Oh, hello. Well, we haven't got any food, you know.
Is that what they're after? You've got very skinky legs, haven't they?
Yeah, oh, it's having a scratch.
Beyond the sheep whisperer.
We've been in a while, we're having a little saunter around, aren't we, Mum, looking at a few things, and there's a fair here. I don't know if it's open. It's like an old-fashioned one. I'm assuming they're probably packing it away because it's been here for Easter, but I don't know, it could be wrong. As I suspected, they're putting it all away. Look, but every so often they get the really old-fashioned fair and have it here with the old-fashioned games machines, and you have to change to the old currency to use them, but not today. There's a fish and chip shop there. We're trying to find something that Mum hasn't seen. She hasn't been here for a long time, but I can't remember what's cropped up and what hasn't. But this is in the making at the moment. It's the Vulcan. It's the old Vulcan pub. Oh, look, it's coming together beautifully, isn't it? Oh, it's smart, isn't it?
It's all cleaned up.
Yeah, Mum's saying this is a really unique place. There's a pub in Cardiff that still exists that's got all this sort of tile frontage on it. I see it from the train window and it looks really out of place now because of all the other more modern buildings dwarfing it all around. We're having a leisurely look around this lovely indoor gallery here. It's not the one by the main entrance, it's further on.
That old dresser.
Oh yeah, old dresser there. And the tools hanging on the wall as well. Lots of little knickknacks, bits of furniture in here. Oh, these are for the children to play with. Is that an actual... I don't want to touch it in case I knock it all down. It's like a bit like Jenga blocks, isn't it? But
Yeah.
that's clever. Somebody's taken the time to build that. Baby cot there, tiny little baby high chair type thing. Now, that's a very, well, intricate looking chair, but it is not a very comfortable looking chair, I must admit.
It's sticking out.
I know. Suitable for people with triangular bottoms. I'm saying you'd need a load of cushions to pad it out. It's from about 400 years ago. Mum is highly amused by the sink system here in the loo. We just nipped in for the loo. Look, well, it's cold. So you wash your hands and then it goes all the way down.
Steps.
Down to the children's end, and then it finds its way down to the plug hole at the end. There we are. Oh, off it goes. Right, on we go. We've emerged from the loo and we've decided we're going to have a little tea and coffee stop and maybe a little snack. Slight change of plan. Mum's got her own food, you see. Yeah, should we go and sit on the bench? Mum's got her own food, so she's going to eat that first. Well, I've got some snack. I'm not really that hungry, but I could go a cup of coffee. I've got some squash as well. So we'll have a little picnic, and then, as soon as we finish that, come in and finish up with a hot drink. This one? Yes, there we are. I'm going to have my squash, well, a little bit of it anyway. I've worked up quite a thirst, actually. That was nice. Well, actually, I finished my biscuit off, and Mum's had her feed now, haven't you? So we're going to go get a drink in the cafe. Mum's bag's got a hole in it. She lost a banana almost on the bus. There was a kind of plopping noise and she looked down and there was a banana on the floor.
Something on the floor.
Oh, you trod on it, did you? Oh no. It's nice and quiet in here, isn't it? Fancy a coffee, I do. You having tea? Lots of cakey things. Mum's a gluten-free person though. They've got ice cream. Biscuits and crisps. Prices up there. Got it in Welsh and English. Oh, there we go. Lovely cappuccino with oat milk. We really have picked a very quiet time to come, but it's lovely actually. Just really peaceful and calm. That was very nice. We're on the move again. We're going to go to the Celtic roundhouses. I have vlogged here before and I've done a lot more sort of filming inside the buildings and things like that. So I'll link that video in a playlist in the top comment and I'll put it in the description as well. So on we go. We're doing pretty well for the weather, aren't we? It's lovely and sunny, not too cold. We've been in there. There's a lovely gentleman in there. Me and Mum have been chit-chatting to him for ages. Mum keeps asking some very interesting questions that I wouldn't have thought to ask her. It's great because I'm just listening to it all and taking it all in. Yeah. They point out things and she said, well, how did they manage for lighting? And he said that they'd based that on something that was near the coast and there'd been seashells and so they would be filled with animal fat and some sort of wick and they had little recesses in the wall.
I might ask a question, but you can remember the answer.
Well, you'll remember it now because you'll see it in the vlog. You'll be reminded. So they had little recesses in the wall where they would have these seashells with oil and a wick for the lighting, and of course they had the fire, no chimneys, and the smoke would rise, you know, so we talked about that, weren't we? And but they would hang meats up to be smoked. He said it was by design because the smoke in the atmosphere would stop any sparks igniting in there. See? Yeah. This is where that roundhouse was, well, it was discovered, it was recreated, it's not rebuilt, like they've recreated it from archaeological evidence of a particular site up in Anglesey there. It was from about 2,000 years ago, during the Iron Age, and the people that had houses like that were the rich ones. So as Mum says, I dread to think what the others lived like. We have come to a big piggy. Hello piggy. Oh, there's another piggy over there. As you probably could guess, we've come to the St Fagans farm now, so we're going to have a quick look around here. I'm just saying it's lovely to see the youngsters enjoying themselves. We've seen quite a few school groups today. These aren't in uniform, these ones. There's only one man with a whole lot of them actually. There you are, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 13, 14 of them, all boys actually. One gender, that's unusual, isn't it? Maybe it's a club of some sort. Oh, we've got some sheep. What are they doing in the pens? Well, they're just hanging out, having a munch. Oh, look at that cute little head. Oh, I love sheep. Sorry, apparently I'm filming a sheep's butt for you again. They're all sort of hanging out. Look, they're mostly lying down. Oh, that one's weeing. Nice. Oh, well, I've seen a lot of lambs already born. Do these look like they're going to lamb? They don't look that big to me. It's panting away, that one, isn't it? Hello, my pretties. They're getting their heads in there and eating the hay.
Their tails are all wagging, aren't they?
Yeah. We're going to see the boys. Oh, little faces, they're adorable. There's like a sea of sheep. Oh, that one down there. It's so sleepy and peaceful. We've popped over to see the piggies now. A bit whiffy. Can't get this one to focus. Well, you're going to have to take my word for it. There are pigs in there. These ones are a bit more filmable. That said, it's not doing much. We're getting out of the way. There's a huge party coming. Well, you know, group. They're going to pop into the farmhouse. Oh, what's in here? Oh, stables of some description. Oh, yeah.
The house was up in 1820, but we've dressed it for around the end of the First World War, around 1918.
Predictable at the moment, isn't it?
Having a little look through this house.
Thing on the corner.
Oh, is it a meat mincer or something, or a slicer?
It's like a slicer. I'm not sure actually. My mum had one of those mincers that used to.
Oh yeah. I remember you told me she used to put breadcrumbs in with it to eke it out.
You'd have a roast on Sunday, cold meat and salad on Monday, and potatoes, and then on Tuesday the rest of it went in with an onion and some bread to bulk it out and made a cottage pie or something.
Mum's been in her element looking at the old kitchen. It's taking you back to your childhood, doesn't it? Some things that your mother had.
Well, it wasn't quite as primitive as this.
No, not quite.
Far off, actually. When we moved to a house, we had one of those things, they're very good, those dryers on a pulley.
I remember that, yeah, I remember that.
Prices. Yeah, we had one in
Church Road, I remember it, in Leighton.
Brilliant they are. All out of the way, it dries quickly because the heat rises.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do with one of those for my house, to be honest, because I always dry my clothes in the house. You like the dresser, don't you? Mum likes a nice dresser.
I love dressers. Yeah. And those plates, drying racks, that you can still get those too.
Those are good, yeah. I had one in my old place, didn't I? Not anything as good as that. I can't get this to expose properly because oh, there we are. Yeah. Look at this old high chair. So downstairs. Oh, 2 downstairs rooms. I think we've got a dining room here, Mum.
Oh, that's a nice room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, but look at those old flower domes there, those in Victorians.
Oh.
Look at the knife box.
Knife box. Oh.
Or a cutlery box.
Yeah, the bone handles.
Bone handles.
I've got a few with bone handles, but I don't dare to put them in my dishwasher, so I've just kind of put them away. I don't want to ruin them. They're like antique.
I've still got this old carving fork with bone handle. My mum.
Oh yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, I use it to press into the cakes to see.
Oh yeah.
Cooked and all. Still use it.
This farmhouse had gas lighting. Can you see the pipe coming down to the light fitting there on the ceiling? That would have been gas coming down. Mum said, oh, I don't think that would be a very comfortable chair. Come on, focus. It won't. It's because the light is too dim in here, that's why it's refusing to focus. Oh, there we are. It's focusing now. This room is more cluttered looking, isn't it?
Isn't it? Lots of ornaments.
A lot.
Fancy having to clean them and dust them.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had a maid. They would have had a maid to do
Oh,
that.
that's true, yeah.
But it was a horrible job for her.
Yeah, and now in my older
Figure
years.
of Queen Victoria. I presume that's Queen Victoria.
Oh, let's have a look, yes. Well, there she is. Hello, madam. You've got all the mod cons. Look, gramophone in the corner. Is that a gramophone if it hasn't got a big trumpety thing? Perhaps it's just a record player.
No, it's, I don't know if they called them gramophones, did they?
Apparently you don't call radios stereos anymore. I said that to a young person and they didn't know what it was. Isabel translated. She said she means the radio. She's old. I've become that's the equivalent of my grandparents saying the wireless. Oh, look, Mum, they got a piano. Look, with candles.
Oh my goodness.
Try not to set your...
I had candlesticks on the piano.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that biscuit barrel. That's like my grandma's biscuit barrel, that is. Your dad will be watching this. Look, there you go. Look at that. Does that take you back? There's a gas fire there behind that thing. You can't see it very well, but that's an antique, isn't it?
Yeah. You said the First World War, didn't they?
Just after the First World War. This is fashion. The building's older, but they fashioned it as if it was that. We've just shifted around a bit to get a better shot of that fire. There we are. Anybody remember having a gas fire like that? Heading up the stairs. Going to the bedrooms now. Oh, he's got his uniform there on the chair. Bedpan for wee-wees late at night.
Oh.
And a lovely, snuggly hot water bottle.
Oh, we had one of those. Of course, there's no toilets.
Can you fit in? Can you see all right? No toilets. Oh, no, they didn't have them, did they?
No, where did they empty with the slops?
That's a good question. I don't know. Well, they probably had an outside one. Did they have an outside one in the sort of...
I've seen one here.
20s? There's their wash stand for their ablutions. The army uniform there at the end of the bed.
Yeah, I know.
It's indicative of the era.
Never seen one of those close to. That's interesting.
Haven't you?
I don't think so. Look at the buttons.
Oh, yeah. Fireplace there to keep you warm at night. Mum's just pointed out the keyhole covers. It's that, I thought it was Bakelite's. I'm not sure though, actually. I'd forgotten about those keyhole covers. I remember them from my grandparents' house. Big old grandfather clock there in the hallway.
That's some carving, isn't it? Look at that.
Look at the carving there on that wardrobe. Herons. Is it herons?
Oh, herons. That'd be what they are, yes.
Somebody's left their shoes on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a toilet. The old gazunder. It goes under you, doesn't it? It goes under you. That's why it's called the gazunder.
Right? Yes,
well, I've heard that, yeah. The gazunder.
Paint peeling off of the...
Trust you to notice that.
Butterflies on the wallpaper.
Yeah, beautiful. Again, the wash stand.
Dressing table.
A fireplace and a fire guard as well. Stop you getting the intensity of the heat burning your legs. Oh, there's a sewing machine, look, on that one. So we've got a dressing table over there. Little pots and things. I just popped outside to show you the building that we were just in. I can't see the monitor, it's too bright. I'm trying to block my mum out because she doesn't want to be on camera. There might be a big blur instead. It was actually built here. It's in its original location. It was built in 1820, but it's furnished as if it's sort of around the end of the First World War. Oh, look, the kitchen in 1980 before being renovated, but it did still have the original stove in by the look of it. We came here years ago with a home ed group actually when Izzy was quite young, and we all sat and had a picnic by there, and a chicken came along and stole a whole sandwich off her, and in the process of doing so it pecked her hand or something. I think it was her hand really hard, and I think it was like injured afterwards, like a superficial injury, but she did howl, and the teenagers in the home ed group then afterwards were like keeping an eye out, and they were going, oh, incoming! And then they were getting the sandwiches out of the way. We called it the smash and grab chicken. We have some cooped up, that's what we could have done with it. Or maybe they're cooped up, Mum, because of the avian flu. Because they got a thing at the moment, haven't they? They're having to keep them in. We're going to head off and see what else we can see now. You're getting tired? Are you getting ready for an ice cream? An ice cream in the big building by the entrance. Hello, you. You're thirsty? Having a little drink. Oh, that's it. Get nice and hydrated. We've got a little lamb. Do we see the lamb poking around the back there? A little cute. Oh, that's a cute little face. I'm getting some good sheep action in today's vlog. Look at that. There is a lamb behind that one, but it's completely obscured and you can't see it at the moment. I suppose these thick woolly coats will be coming off at some point. Pippa will probably tell me, my friend Pippa from the Worm's Eye View channel, will probably tell me kindly in the comments when their fleeces are going to come off. Going to have a look at the piggy. Hello. These were galloping across the field a minute ago. We've never seen them move so fast. We've come into the big restaurant-y thingy now. We're going to get an ice cream each and have a little sit down. I'm not sure if this is a cafe or a restaurant, but it's much bigger than the other one we were in. It's near the main entrance. Yes, please. Yeah.
You okay? I wanted to get these as well.
Let's go in for it. Yeah, I think the spoons are in there. Where should we sit then? I hate perching. I hate the high ones. I like to have my feet on the floor. Oh, it's busy. It's busy. Well, there's some over that way, I think. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to go for a cubby hole. How about this one? PowerPoints in these ones. That's worth knowing. For me. You know, being a sort of digitally nomad aspiring person. Thanks, Mum. I'm having strawberry. There we are. And Mum has gone for vanilla. Oh, I can't remember. Is it about £3? It might have been, I can't remember. £3 each. So I just checked on my phone because I paid with Apple Pay. That's the advantage is you get a notification on the screen, don't you? Yeah, the spoon was in the lid. I can highly recommend this ice cream. We're just yomming it. It's absolutely so lush. It's really refreshing and cold and kind of thirst quenching. I'm glad I went for the strawberry though. That was flipping lush. I don't have ice cream very often, but that was absolutely, just couldn't stop. Troughed the lot. Anyway, it's a lovely gallery here. I'm going to take my mummy in it and show her the things because I think it's going to remind you of childhood. Looking at these wedding dresses, I was marvelling at the fact that they weren't white, and Mum said, well, they didn't used to always be white. And I can't believe how narrow the waists were. I suppose they probably would have been corseted, but they're tiny, minuscule waists. So that one is from 1891. This is 1848. This is a lovely gallery. It's about just, you know, everyday life, this one. There's an old caravan. It's got footage being projected on it, but you can peer in through the windows and see what it was like inside. We found that meat mincer. We were talking about this earlier in the farmhouse. That's what my mum's mum had. Did she collect it in a bowl under the thingy, under the spout thing? Maybe. It's an old fish and chip fryer, made in 1915. This is an old food cupboard from 1929, and look, we've got a household wants indicator. Making up your shopping list. Children are actually encouraged to get on this 1946 tractor, but it does say you must supervise them. I didn't even know what that was. Apparently it's a washing machine from the 1960s. I won't even know what to do with it. Goodness me. It's a bit reflecty, but I'm trying to look in to the caravan. Let's see if I can shield you from the... yeah, we can sort of see a bit. One thing that's astonished me is this gas heater. Look, there's an actual gas heater in there. And we got bunk beds here. You can see all the reflections, so it's not the best. But I can't really film it because it's like perspex, you see. Mum's gone round the other side to have a little nose. There's the old teapot, the metal teapot, I remember those. Don't forget your camping mangle, everybody. Look, it's got a little lip so the water can go down into the sink. Wonderful gallery, well worth a look in here. We're in the toys section now, and this Lego set is from the 1960s. Look at that, really basic looking. Whatever that is that meant to be a church? I'm not sure. All the bricks are just white and red. It's really, really basic. I just still enjoyed playing with that though. We've got 12 minutes to wait for the bus. I've just been buying things in the gift shop. I'll show you what I got later. I have decided to get the bus all the way into town and then go home from there, so I don't have that 2-mile walk again, because I've done enough walking today. I'm already on about 15,000 steps. It's quite enough. And I'm going to eat my crisps now because I'm starving. I'm in heaven right now. I'm so hungry. Bus is here, she said, stating the obvious. What do I need to do with this ticket then? Do I just show it to you? Scan it, is it?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we are. We're just going past Dispenser Gardens in Riverside and we're nearly in town now. There's the stadium coming into view. If I'm quick, I can get a train quite soon. If I'm not quick, I've got half an hour to wait. We'll see where this bus stops now. We're getting quite close to Central Station. I'm charging my phone up because it's nearly dead now. Right, there's Central, so wherever this bus stops next, I'm getting off it. Somebody has pressed the button. The annoying thing is I'm going to have to buy a ticket for part of my journey because I've only got a ticket for part of the way because I didn't come into Central. I've arrived at Central Station in time for my train, just got a couple of minutes. I'm going to show you, I just bought myself a pasta salad. I was rushing so I didn't film. I bought this in the gift shop at St Fagans. That's a coaster for my boyfriend. You can see, if you're a regular viewer to my channel, why I think he would like that. That's him, that's me. and I'm not sure who the banjo player is, maybe that's Andy, our friend, and a St Fagans fridge magnet for my collection. I've had a really nice day out with my mum. Thank you so much for watching this video. Could you please give it a like if you liked it? If you'd like to help my channel to grow, I will link the playlists of St Fagans that I've had on the end screen here and in the description below, and a pinned comment at the top as well, so you can't miss it if you're looking for it, which goes into more detail about what's actually in the buildings and the grounds. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!